Hey family, y'all come on get in here right now. Real quick, I apologize for such short notice. This is my first time doing this. My daughter moved my camera. She don't want to be in a conversation. Okay, y'all. I'm waiting for y'all to get up in here because I want to make a point for tonight. Let me see who I got in here. Who do I got? Who do I have in here? Let's see. Y'all, excuse me. This is the first time I've ever done live straight from YouTube. Shalom, shalom. Y'all, I know I said I was going to, I'm trying to wait. Okay, 15 people. What's going on, fam? Okay, so I normally, and excuse the background, I hope y'all don't see what's behind me. I'm actually in my car. Can y'all hear me? Hit one if you can hear me. Hit one if you can hear me before I get started. Hit one if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all. Okay, cool. Hey, family. Y'all see me? I'm in my car right now, so bear with me. Um, so I was planning today to do a show on disaster, I guess prepping for disasters, and I was gonna have my brother Steven on with me. But I had to make a change. Who said I'm doing? I am not doing shows at the liquor store. Don't do me like that. Only reason I'm going live, actually, I'm going to dinner with my daughter. I told her I was gonna take her to dinner today, so I'm running behind a little bit today because the place is gonna take an hour. Um, um, for them to seat us. So welcome to this part of the world. I'm in Maryland right now. I got actually family. I got lost and thought I was in Virginia and ended up in Maryland. Don't ask me how, but I've learned a lesson called check your GPS where it says the state and the city before you select the location because it was an interesting drive. But I was gonna do a show on disaster preparation, and I changed my plans because there was an incident that happened in New York, in Brooklyn, with the Jewish community. They had a violent protest that led to them. I think they, and I got to make sure and validate my point before I do this because I'm doing some research now. I think they attacked a police officer, and he is right now. He was in the hospital. This is the Orthodox Jewish community in Brooklyn. They're upset because of the pandemic and the virus and the restrictions that they took to the streets, set their mask on fire, and it led to um, a violent protest. And I kind of wanted to talk about that tonight. So this is going to be a late night show. Because one, I would have been at home earlier. So if y'all see a change that happened, understand that I ain't just making changes just to be making changes. I can't see my comments, and I'm feeling some kind of way. So bear with me. But here it is. Here it is. Y'all, bear with me. This is the first time I've ever used my car. So don't be talking about my fuzzy camera. And I don't have no makeup on, nothing. So don't come for me, y'all. I'm just joking. Um, but they yes, they cut up. I would just wait, y'all. Rahama, they cut up in the middle of the streets. Um, y'all got some nicknames to y'all. I'm not dealing with you tonight. You didn't change that nickname. Did you just call them Juices? I'm not dealing with y'all. Y'all gonna be nice to them people. Some of them ain't done nothing to us, so be nice. Talk about it. Realize, family. Let's say it again. It's the system, not the people. I stick to that, so let's be nice. But that was hilarious, though, to y'all. Don't you do that anymore. But you gotta show the receipts. I can't, y'all. But I want to make sure and let y'all know that I'm not just changing shows around. I know y'all like, what is going on with Sister E? Only reason I want to talk to this because of the brothers. They brought this. Well, I found the article. I ain't giving them props for that. I found my own article. Dante and Teo didn't help me find it. I found it. Yep, they watching. But they said, sis, why don't you go and do a show about it? And I was like, I don't know. But I want to do a show because we gonna talk about how they went and started rioting in the streets because of wearing masks and restrictions, and no one has said anything about it in the UA community or vocab. Now, if this would have been the, I want to say, black Israelite community, if it would have been 10 of us in the middle of the street cutting up, guess what they would have done? They would have been doing YouTubes a while. I hate y'all seeing all these folks behind me, but bear with me. But if it would have been us, oh, they would have had, everybody would have piped in, from vocab to everybody. They would have been making all types of YouTubes saying, you know what? Y'all see how the black Israelites act? But nobody has spoke on this. I think they attacked a police officer in this, and the guy's in the hospital now, or was in the hospital. So I'm doing a little bit more research on it, and I will be live tonight to talk about it. So I just want to let everybody know that. Oh, they would have been calling us ratchet. Cherry Love would have did a 10-hour show about it. And that's, yep, I said her name. And she would have been calling us ratchet and terrorists and everything if it would have been us. But nobody has spoke on this, because the thing is, they took to the streets, and there's nothing wrong with protesting, but the protest turned violent. And they are actually talking about it all on the news, and and they're making the news is covering it. I will say that much. The news is, they are covering it in the news. But my beef is, if it would have been us, any of us, saying we're Israelites and we protesting, and somebody would have beat up a police officer, vocab would have broadcasted it all over YouTube. It wouldn't have been, but let's see if he's gonna say anything about this family. Let's see. Excuse my daughter, she over here laughing at me. Well, not me, but she watching something. But let's see if he's gonna talk about their family, because again, it goes back to my point. um they'll talk about us. I mean, they will talk about us, but they won't talk about the other community and their behavior. I'm not in agreement with violent protest. I'm not in agreement with violent protest with my own community. And people know that I don't speak against protesting, but when it turns violent, I have a problem with it. And this turned violent. And like I said, I think a police officer got hurt. I think they said they beat this police officer so bad, they literally jumped on a police officer to the point they had to take this man to the hospital. Now let that have been us. Let us have smacked the police officer. They would have been all over YouTube. But they jumped on this police officer, and he's in the hospital right now. But I kind of wanted to talk about that because, again, y'all, yeah, I heard that the mayor ain't playing with them, because they, like I said, they attacked the innocent police officer. Excuse me, y'all, I am in my car, and I'm trying to make sure my camera covers me. Oh, hold on. Okay. But yeah, I heard, like I said, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And the mayor's pissed off about it, because I've heard about that. The police department is pissed off because, again, that police officer was beat by them, and the guy's in the hospital now. Oh, if it would have been us, the National Guard would have been out there. Like, we cannot do anything without being scrutinized, put in jail. It could have been 10 of us in the middle of the street. We all of us would have been in jail. Sister E Car Chronicles, don't start, Pastor Kelly, because you started out with the Car Chronicles. I hope my truck ain't dirty. It's clean. I made sure it's clean somewhat, because I had boxes and stuff in here. So if y'all see jackets, just ignore it. I keep my car fairly clean, so I can do Car Chronicles. So don't do me like that. I said I was gonna start doing stuff like this. But yeah. like I said, yeah, I want to cover this. Pastor Kelly, ping when you get a chance, because it's gonna be late. You're welcome to chime in if you want to, and we can kind of talk through it. But yeah, they took to the streets, like I said, and I mean, I heard they shut Brooklyn down, just about their section of Brooklyn. And if you've ever been in New York, especially been in the Brooklyn area, there's one section of Brooklyn where it's nothing but the Jewish community. I mean nothing but the Jewish community. The part we lived in, it was more of I mean, we were hanging out in, it was a diverse environment. But on the other end, it's like, I think when you get closer, and tell me if I'm wrong or right to my New York folks, I think when you get closer to, is it Chinatown? I think that's where you start seeing more of the Jewish community. I don't want to let people see. I should have went somewhere and did this where nobody behind me. But yeah, I think when you get closer to Chinatown, you see a larger amount of Jewish you start seeing more of the Jewish community. That's what I'm trying to say. Rama is really ragging on me, right? Y'all are really ragging on me. Y'all get to see how Sister E is in her car. I try, like I said, to make sure it doesn't look like a tornado has went through it, but it's not that bad. So but my daughter's trying to make sure that it's not on her. She's really trying to make sure, she want to make sure she ain't nowhere in the camera. And if it accident, even though she just got her hair locked, it's really pretty right now, but she don't want to let anybody see it. She's going through the process of getting her hair locked. But y'all are really on me, but I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I have not dropped the whole conversation. I'm not pushing stuff back just for the sake of, hey, Pastor Johnson. I'm not trying to push things back just for the sake of pushing them back, but I really wanted to talk about this. And Dante and Teo and Yacoba, when I first brought the article to their attention, they said, yeah, you need to, y'all need to cover this. And Yacob was like, I don't feel like it. I'm just joking. Yacob was out here somewhere. But I said I was going to do it anyway. Because I think everybody else working on a bunch of other shows. There's some good shows coming, y'all. That's all I got to say. Not from me, but stay tuned for Dante. He got this upcoming show, y'all. All that, I'm zipping my lip. Just make sure y'all pay attention to the upcoming show on Monday. But I think it's Monday. But for tonight, like I said, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Where am I on this list? My daughter wanted Korean barbecue, so we're in Maryland. Didn't plan to be out here, but family. I mean, it's just interesting to see that, because again, I'm gonna bring up the article and everything and show the article tonight and talk through it. But yeah, it's just interesting that if that would have been us, it would have been all on the news, which they did cover it. I will say that much. The news did cover it because it was just that bad. But the UA community, Vocab would have been doing all types of parodies on us. But the funny thing is, he ain't said nothing about this. He's not saying anything about this. Let's wait and see if Vocab gonna bring this one up. Let's see if he gonna talk. Since he loves to bring out the violence in every community, let's see if he's gonna talk about this. Vocab, if you're watching, I want to see if you're gonna do a show about this one. How the Jewish community went in and destroyed. I'm talking about, they said they shut Brooklyn down. They lost it in that part of Brooklyn. They wasn't playing. And they was pissed off because I keep saying pissed. They was mad because they're tired of COVID. They're tired of being put in lockdown, which actually we're not 100% in lockdown, but I know New York is about to go into they're already starting another lockdown. But yeah, y'all see how little and crouched I look I just really realized how tight, little I look in my car. Like, these seats must be huge, but like I said, this is gonna be interesting. Y'all, I was gonna make this quick, Y'all are really in here lit, but I want y'all to stay tuned. I am going to do this. It's gonna be at 11. Like I said, I'm waiting to find out when they're gonna say come on up for your food. It's been a busy day for me between work and trying to get y'all. Pray for me. This new job. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me. No, I love my job. It's a good job. I'm just joking. Actually, today I had to take care of some stuff with my daughter. That had to get addressed today. If I would have taken care of it, it would have came back and bite me. But this is the first time I've been able to actually sit down and talk to everybody, and let them know what is going to happen. Because, like I said, I had planned to do this anyway, and I had already talked to Dante and Yacoba and tell you on it, and they was like, "Yeah, you need to do it." So, but I didn't want to put it out there too early. I wanted to do it just right, and this is just the right time because I wanted to see if other people in the UA community was going to cover this. One being vocab. I wanted to see if he was going to say something about this. I have not seen him say a word about this. But let him say his job is only dealing with us. No, let's deal with, you gonna deal with us, deal with them as well. Cause some of them I'm not gonna knock. Some of them I'm good with. I don't have a problem with the Jewish community. I got some friends that are a part of the Jewish community. I really don't have a problem with them. My problem is the system itself to suppress a people to not show you who they are. But as far as them, no, I have no beef with them. So y'all be nice and be godly. We're light. We're like, oh, Pastor Johnson, there was a riot in Brooklyn, New York. I'm not saying I don't have a problem with, but some of those people don't know up next. Some people don't know. They said some people are gonna be upset because their father gave them lies. So it's not. Some of them I don't have a beef with. The ones I have a problem with is the system. Again, y'all, we got to realize it's a system that we have a problem with, not the people. Oh, my eyeglass working out for me fairly well. I'm getting adjusted to them. But my daughter think I got these glasses for fashion purposes, which I'm like, have you seen the prescription? This is like for real, like a for real prescription. This ain't cute. Um, Even though I saw some cute glasses today, that I was just like, no, I'm not finna go do this to myself. But they kept it quiet in the UK. That's interesting. They kept it quiet in the UK because, again, I'll share. What I'll do is I put the link out there already. Oh God, y'all, Tia is my new person in this community. The family, she is hilarious. But I don't know if someone got shot, Pastor Johnson. I don't know yet. I'm gonna look. I'm in fact when I end this, while I have an hour to wait to go in this place to get something um, to eat. No, let me go back over everything. So, for all the people that just joined in New York a couple of days ago, the Jewish community protested against the restrictions due to COVID. They took the mask, they burned masks in the middle of the street, but they also, what I think, and I got to do more research, um, they were so upset. They were so upset that they jumped a police officer. So up next, I'm not dealing with you right now. Talk about how many fingers are you holding up. But they were so upset that they jumped a police officer. So, and I think the police officer had to be hospitalized. So I kind of wanted to talk about that. It's going to be what they became out of. Yeah, they were out of order. That even now the mayor is upset about how they responded to this COVID restriction, because New York is getting ready to go back into another lockdown. I heard that it's another surge that's about to hit New York. And what's so interesting is, y'all, New York is so strict right now about people coming in and out. It's like still having problems with COVID. So yeah, they won't. New York, they not playing with you. If you staying in a hotel room, you have to go through 14 days of quarantine. I've checked because I tried to go. Um, and you have to go through 14 days either in the hotel or I think a designated area. Then you can come out. You cannot, and the thing is, if I book a hotel room and I'm from out of town, they gonna see my license and they gonna say, either you do your 14 days here or you can't book in this hotel room. And a doctor has to certify that you're good, and then you can walk around, New York or whatnot. So that kind of abruptly canceled my trip to New York here a couple days. I was going to go last week, but, or week before last. But like I said, y'all, yeah, it's going to be bad. It's about to be bad. So, let me see. The comments says a reporter in the community, one Jewish men, they spoke out about how, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, interesting. So y'all stay tuned. Like I said, what time is it now? It's 9 o'clock Eastern time. I should be going into the restaurant here in a few minutes. I'm gonna eat as fast as possible, and I am going to make it my business. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna do this live because it needs to be talked about, and I'm shocked nobody hasn't said anything. But I think everybody is dealing with the Jeff guy. What's his name? Jeff Durbin. I think everybody's been talking about Jeff Durbin. That I say, yeah, it's enough of us talking about Jeff Durbin. I want to talk about this. And also shout out to Dante and Pastor Kelly of doing a great job, y'all, on this Jeff Durbin thing and Eric Mason. I wholeheartedly agree with them. And if y'all haven't seen it, go back and look at their videos, because what they're saying is this: Jeff Durbin is actually attacking Eric Mason about his book, and Woke Church book. And he said a lot of hateful things, and if you want to hear about it, go check out their pages. But what we were ultimately saying, and I do agree with him, that y'all can't talk about Eric Mason. Now because he a part of our community, we can deal with him, but we're not gonna let y'all sit and lynch our own brother. We got to beef with him because of what he's doing far as us. But it's like, if we attack Eric Mason because they're attacking him, that's just like us watching them or helping them lynch him, if you look at it like that. And when Dante said it and Pastor Kelly said it, it made so much sense. I'm not going to stand there and watch you lynch my brother. Not finna do it. I'm not. I don't agree with Eric Mason and the stuff that he's doing as far as how he's interacting with us. But we got to learn as a community. We gotta deal with each. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tear him down, and they they pitting us against each other. How did I shift to this? I got too much time on my hands. They haven't called us out yet to go get our food, but he sure act like he looking for us. I don't know. He on the smoke break, but we can, we might have beef with them, but we have beef with them. We're not going to let you sit and allow us to destroy each other. And that's what I see with vocab. Vocab is literally an agent in the midst of us, causing us, and I said this, to argue amongst each other. And that right there was the very thing that if we would have turned on Eric Mason because of what Jeff Durbin said, that's all they would have needed. But we as a people have to learn how to not allow to play their game, the games they're trying to play with us. And Solomon said the best thing: I can talk about them, but I'm not going to let you come in and talk about them. And that's when Vocab showed up on his panel, and Vocab called itself trying to check us. And Solomon called it. And Solomon, I might not agree with Solomon's doctrine and belief. I don't. But he said a key thing: I am not going to allow you to attack them. Because Solomon don't agree with our community, but he was not going to allow Vocab to tear us down. And I said Vocab is here to cause us to fight amongst each other. And I said, we got to stop it. We got to stop allowing him to come in and cause. I said, that's all he is causing problems and chaos. And the thing is, when Solomon said what he said, it made so much sense. I don't agree with the conscious community in some cases. I don't agree with the woke church community. And they don't agree with us, which is fine. But that's between us. Because they're not going to turn on each other. When I see white evangelicals, and because James White out of his mouth said the Israelite community is worse than the KKK community. How dare you? The KKK, the Klan has done more damage in our community than any Israelite has ever done since we've been out here. Klan has lynched, burned. The Klan has something to do with the killing of Emmett Till. They had something to they had something to do with Medgar Evers. They had something to do with Dr. King. So you're sitting here telling. So that's what I'm saying. They cover each other, wrong, right, or indifferent. They gonna cover each other. So it's time for us to start doing that with our own community. I don't care what nobody say. They can say that's not Christian like. Look, pray for me. Because at the end of the day, if we don't learn how to take care of each other, how are we going to be a light to anybody else? If we dragging and dogging each other out, how are we going to be a light? So like I said, I love all communities. I love all people, all nationalities. I don't have a beef with nobody. But I'm not going to allow Jeff Durbin, nor will I allow James White or even Vocab to come against Eric Mason. We can argue with Eric Mason, but you can't. That's the key to it. And that's what they wanted us to do. They wanted us to come at Eric Mason. We're not doing it. So if he's watching, James White, Jeff Durbin, all of them, if they watching, guess what? We ain't turning against them. We'll back him up before we fight against him. So take those rocks and do what you got to do with it, because ain't nobody scared. And for the black folks that out here that's backing Vocab, where's Vocab speaking against Jeff Durbin? Jeff Durbin and said all types of stuff. He done literally called us bastards and the whores of the church, all types of stuff. So where's Vocab at now? Somewhere chilling. He ain't gonna speak against his boy James White or Jeff Durbin. They all work together. And what I got a problem with is people like G-Con and Cherry that stand behind Vocab, that's dragging Eric Mason in the floor. This is why our community that's why black community has a problem right now. If we don't stop this, we'll be our own demise. And that's what they want to do. They ain't gonna kill us off. They'll make us fight each other and kill each other off. So family, we gotta stop with the nonsense. I don't care for how the UAs have done us, period. But it's between us. I'm not gonna let Jeff Durbin come for Eric Mason. Now I might be pissed off at Eric Mason. I might not like the stuff he's saying and he doing with us. But we as a community got to stick together and work together so that our community can get better. Because think about it, if we come together and our community gets better, it's going to do the world a difference. So I'm just, that's my point. Take it and take it however you want to take it. But God bless you if you don't like what I'm saying. Grace and peace, however you want to say it. Be good with what Sister E is saying. We ain't going against Eric Mason. So Cherry, if you go do a 12-hour live, and I know you're watching, go do one about Jeff Durbin. Do one about that one. I bet you won't, because you're too busy worried about what we doing. But Jeff Durbin dragging Eric Mason in the floor. Come on now, y'all. G-Con, you need to check your boy Vocab. Vocab, that's his fault. And tell him you need to deal with this. Vocab wants you to check us, but did you tell Vocab to check his fault? Bet you he didn't. So that's why I'm like, family, we good. Yeah, and this is my car chronicles. So, but family, I have to go because I need to be next on the list. So this child can eat. But yeah, y'all keep Eric Mason in your prayers. Keep him in your prayers. Like I said, we still gonna argue amongst each other. We still gonna still gonna do what we do. But when we see other communities attacking our people, that's when we have to say, wait, this between us. You know how it is when a brother or sister, y'all forgive me my glasses, I fell off. When a brother and sister arguing, we can fight and argue amongst each other. But if an outsider come in, no, you don't say nothing to him. That's us. This is a beef between us. So, but again, it doesn't take anything away from any other community. You can still take care of your own community and still love others. Don't let them feed you with that foolishness of, well, it's about all communities. No. If it's all about all communities, why are y'all not over here with us? No. Y'all created segregation in the church. We didn't. So, but said, Chris, you must have missed. It's a lot of stuff. So, Rahama says she has a stash of chips. I can't eat chips, y'all. I'm drinking water and waiting for some Korean barbecue. At least with that, I can get some vegetables and beef. So, But stay tuned, family. What time is it? They need to be calling us in the next 15 minutes. But so I don't miss my spot in my lines in the line. But family, thank y'all for joining me. Be ready. I should be out here. It shouldn't take us long to eat because it doesn't take us long. I should be online by 11, no later than 11:30, and we can talk about what transpired. She is really still talking about these chips in her car. What transpired with the Jewish community in Brooklyn, and we'll probably segue into talking about what's going on with Eric Mason. So let me go because all these folks in my video, and yeah, that's kind of weird, but his beautiful truth. You gonna have to catch it on when I end the video. You can go back and look at it, but y'all, grace and peace, love y'all family. Y'all, can somebody get Black Tastic? Talking about some hot Cheetos. But I'll be, like I said, online, and like I said, I'm gonna do my best to be out there at 11 o'clock. No later than 11:30. And if y'all don't watch it because it's too late, it'll be available for later. But we'll talk about what happened within, like I said, the Jewish community in New York. So thank y'all for joining me. Love y'all family. I just wanted to let y'all know that I ain't dropped it. I'm not gone. I'm not finna just do a video, say I'm gonna do one and don't do it. But I kind of changed everything around. The prepping video that we talked about is going to be done tomorrow, but I wanted to kind of deal with the Jewish community. So God bless you, family. Love you, and I will see y'all in the next hour and a half.